Stream. Hello. Hello. We should be streaming now. Let me check my audio. I think we're good, everybody, though. Let's just get the YouTube app open. Apodemus Witherby. Am I live? Am I live? We are. Okay. Okie doke. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Resident Evil Requiem. We are now in, like, the final act of the game, I think. Like, not just final act, but I should say, pardon me. I think we probably only have 2 or 3 hours to go, so I think that this is probably going to be the final episode of our first playthrough. I do want to maybe try to do a cleanup episode at some point, because there's a few things we missed in Raccoon City Police Department. I don't think we'll do a full second playthrough. I'm not going to, like, subject you all to me hunting for all the raccoon statues or anything like that, but there's enough stuff that we missed in RPD that I would like to go back to clean that up, and I think it makes sense to do it on stream for lore purposes. Let's before we dive into the main game, I want to start with a little bit of yap. So I did a little bit of research into the origins of this game, as we had talked about kind of towards the end. I can't remember if it was last session or the session before, but I mentioned the idea that this game had maybe originally started as, like, an open world online game, and I did do a little research and I found confirmation that that is true. So this game was directed by Koshi Nakanishi, who he also directed Revelations 1 as well as Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, also known as Biohazard 7 Resident Evil. And I like Nakanishi's games a lot. Like, I think, you know, even though I do think the 4 remake and 2 remake are probably pinnacle of the series for me, 7 isn't far behind. Like, 7's real close to being in that best trilogy. And I love Revelations 1. I think it's, like, completely underrated. And it's really flawed, but I think it's, like, it's a really good game that deserves more love. So I clearly like Nakanishi, and he is also director on Requiem. So dude is like 3 for 3 on directing Resident Evil games for me. So the thing that I found out is that Nakanishi confirmed in an interview that when he originally started on this game, it was intended to be like an online kind of open world game, and he didn't elaborate on that as far as I can tell. Like, we don't necessarily know what that means. Like, we don't necessarily know, was it supposed to be like an MMO? Was it supposed to be a survival game? Was it an extraction shooter? What? Like, he just commented that it was meant to be this, like, online multiplayer open world thing. And they basically spent about a year in development on that before they decided to scrap it. And they basically spent 1 year on that, and then a few years. This game in general has about a 6-year development cycle, as best I can tell. So they maybe worked on, they've maybe been working on this for like 5 years. But I've read some other kind of conflicting statements. This is mostly through Wikipedia, but, like, trying to also follow up on Wikipedia links and interviews where I can. But, like, it seems like the final build of the game has only really been in, like, full production for like 2.5-3 years. So it might be that, like, they spent a year in, like, conceptualization and, like, some planning on the online open world thing, and then maybe a couple more years in pre-production while resources were tied up with other projects, and now, of course, once they got the full teams on board with Village and RE4 remake, um, out of the way, we get Requiem. So I presume they kind of got the full force of like the A team workers after RE4 remake was done, because it has actually been like a 3 year gap between the games. Like we got kind of spoiled for a little bit with 7, RE2R, RE3R, Village, RE4R. Um, that was 5 games in the span of maybe like 6-7 years. I forget the exact timeline, but it was like a pretty tight turnaround on all of those games. And now we've gone 3 years without Requiem, without a game until Requiem. Though the rumors that are floating around seem to suggest we might be in for another spate of really rapidly released games. Like, if Dusk Golem is correct in his leaks, allegedly we're getting Code Veronica next year, Zero the year after, Resident Evil 10, whatever its final title turns out to be, the year after that, and then a Resident Evil 1 remake the year after that. I don't necessarily know if I completely trust that, and there's been some other leaks indicating that RE5 might actually be the next game they remake. So who knows? We'll see. Doing Code Veronica up next is a little bit weird to me conceptually, if only because like the 2, 3, 4 remakes in sequence make sense to me. If they had gone 2, 3 Code Veronica, that also would make sense to me. Doing Code Veronica 0-1 doesn't totally click for me in terms of like, what does it mean to like present storytelling to people who are new and unfamiliar to the Resident Evil franchise. It makes a little more sense to me if they did 0-1 Code Veronica, because you could trace like Wesker in that way chronologically, but doing Code Veronica 0-1 with like 10 in between 0 and 1, again, I'm just not entirely sure if it like tracks for me, but we have no idea what they do until they do it. So we're going to continue with Ark. I will dive back into the RPD, one of the RPD saves, probably before we go too far. It's just I wanted to because we didn't have a hard save, I wanted to continue with this rather than doing RPD first. I will say, again, it's a moderately bright day, which makes it a little bit hard for me to see in these darker environments. So hopefully this is okay. We're in a loading dock, apparently. I guess that's objectively true. Yeah. We got some skiffs. We got warning falling objects. Oh. Huh. I suppose so. Yeah, this is like a freight elevator, I guess. Well, into Ark we go. Let's see what creepy crawlies they got. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to move forward or just stand there. What are you? I can't interact with you as far as I can tell. No interaction there. It is wild to think that Umbrella had like 3 separate Hive, Nest, and now Ark, like 3 separate subterranean labs, all under Raccoon City, and in relatively close proximity to each other. But I guess maybe it's like you know, not that we need to like interrogate the logic of what are you? Are you one of the big ones with multiple hit points, or are you like a tyrant or something? You almost look like a licker. Oh, I don't have my scope on. It almost looks like a licker because it looks like exposed brain. It looks like it has big hands. I mean, oh, I guess it could be a hunter. I guess it could be a hunter. It might be. Now that I'm thinking, now that I see the whole silhouette, or I'm thinking about the whole silhouette, I bet that's a hunter. We haven't seen either hunters or lickers in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they broke them out. Oh, well, no, there we go. That's a licker. Okay, well, if I had just walked 5 feet instead of trying to look across at that one. Yep. That's a licker. So we have that way. And I presume... Oh, hello. And we have down. Let's start with the first one. I could imagine this being a save room just based on, like, series game design standards. It is not, but it looks like a dead end. N0AH status report. Current facility operation status. Auto processing green. Network system. All areas online. Environmental control systems. Green. Disposal systems green. Security level 2. Guards on patrol. Area status. Lab unit 1 checking. Lab unit 2 normal. Restricted area normal. Pandora normal. Now operating at 82%. System access must be performed manually from the restricted area. Interesting. You're locked. They have fancy crates. That's silly. Okay. And yeah, this is our save room. Okay, we got... Cool. Anything new? No. Body armor repair will do. Extra med injector, because why not? We have so many points. I feel like there's no reason not to stock up on a little extra ammo. And then upgrades. I'm inclined to get just up like everything, because like we're so up on points right now. It's like, why not? Nope, that's on more sway while aiming. I don't think I want. Only when the scope is not equipped. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll see how viable that is. Balance, sure. Oh, I'm already out of points. Okay, we burned through them, huh? Stability, we might as well. Okay, we burned through some points. Oh, I thought I had completely upgraded this already. Never mind. That's okay though. We only have one Requiem bullet. That's a little bit of a problem. Not the worst. Save point? Okay. Okay, we got the hard save now. That makes me feel better. Another med injector also makes me feel better. Yeah, I guess, again, I don't want to interrogate the logic of the world too much because it is kind of a fundamentally silly setting, but the thing that's a little bit funny to me is that there weren't, like, in the investigations into Umbrella after the fact that, like, they didn't have records of this stuff, Like they didn't have there wasn't some kind of like inquiry options. What I want camera options. Is it camera options or is it a gameplay or is it controls? Dot sight perspective I want off. Which now means we still have the dot sight, but we don't look down. Same thing for the shotgun. Okay. I kind of wish you could change that per weapon because I didn't mind it with shotgun, but I don't want it for pistol. But yeah, it's funny that in the investigation of Umbrella, like there wasn't discovery to find this stuff. I mean, I guess it could have been like ultra corporate espionage, like compartmentalization, where you know this stuff was secret, or there were like I don't even know what the term would be, like data booby traps or something, where it's kind of like if Umbrella is compromised, like any record that features reference to Ark like auto gets destroyed or something like that. But even still, a facility like this would require so many people to function. It's like how they could have prevented like word from getting out about this existing is kind of baffling. And I guess they like it's also entirely possible that like I don't know, again with like data redundancy or something, it's like the staff who worked in this one maybe like weren't aware of the Hive and Nest operations and like vice versa, you know. That's a breakable. Cool. Machine gun ammo. So, you know, maybe... But still, it's like you'd think that somebody would have gotten out. I don't know. It just seems like there's too many... Maybe there's like too many possibilities for like information to get out about this kind of thing. I even just think about like even like the fabricators, like who physically dug out this space and like poured the concrete and like installed the HVAC. I guess it's always possible that they like, I don't know, A, they could have killed their contractors. B, they could have even just been like, okay, hey contractors, we're gonna like blindfold you and like transport you to a site, and you're not allowed to leave the site until you're done, but we'll pay you well. And then like when you're done, we're gonna blindfold you again, and then, you know, take you somewhere else again. What have we got here? Is this our security room? Tracking module rare. I thought that was gonna be a like a security bracelet.
Where's that? Okay. I'm getting the feeling I'm not wanted around here.
Are we gonna get combat sequence against actual alive human soldiers? If so, let's greet them with a grenade to start. Ow.
Shit. Not good.
Okay, they do damage crazy fast. They go down faster than zombies, though, so that's a plus. Is that all of them? The music's fading out. I guess there were only 3.
Stuff's not bad.
My armor's down already. Completely. I can't see them. They're waiting for me probably to move. Are they gonna hit me if I... Climbing the ladder is really a vulnerable choice. We sneaka. I've not done well to mitigate damage. Let's see, where are they? Ow. I'm dead. That's okay. I kind of want to restart that because I didn't do great. Can I? No. Presuming they don't move, I think I know where they are now. Well, I thought I did. Oh, hello. Can I not shoot over this wall? Ow, ow, oh, he can shoot through the floor. That's bad for me.
Liquor.
Oh, shit. Did I just let the liquor out? I did. I wonder if that was intentional, if that's like intended gameplay. Let's be quiet. I don't think there's guys left, which means... Hopefully they take care of the liquor for me. Or I take care of... Oh, okay. I ran out of grenades, which is a problem. So that seems like the moment I want to use a grenade, not on, you know, the riffraff. Okay, let's see if we can take them all out. The lack of a true cover system is also a interesting problem. How was that not a hit? Where are they? I only got one, I think, which is a problem. Oh, I can get the liquor out right now. Let's maybe do that. Ow, ow, ow. How'd he see me? Ow. I genuinely don't see them. This is why I also don't play... This is why I don't play online first-person shooters, everybody. I don't know where I like literally do not feel like I see one pixel of them. They can kill me. It's fine. I want to start over. Just kill me. Just kill me. You guys can have fun with the liquor. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing in terms of how I'm supposed to approach this room. Yeah, like this, even this, like I don't get, like what am I supposed to do? One down. Two down. No, why was I not... I clicked. Why did it not let me get up out of cover? I, like, clicked to fire my gun. Can I not climb on top of this to get the liquor? This is part of why Resident Evil doesn't do that full action thing a lot. Or at least like pure action like this. Or like action against humans with guns, because yeah, mechanically I don't think this is working great. And I'm sure that like someone else can do this like way better than me. But it's likely hitting. Will it let me cheat the liquor like that? Probably not. Okay, I'm like looking very carefully. Is that guy? Yes. I don't see... I don't see another guy. at all. Okay. They can have the other guys come in now.
Liquor.
Whoa. Liquor dead too, I hope? Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm sure I can look up a video about how to like do that more efficiently, but man, I like, I don't know, maybe it is my screen again, but like I could not see those guys for so much of that sequence up on the catwalk. Like seeing them, the degree to which they could see me and I couldn't see them was like a problem. Okay. Are you going to be a save room? Oh, I don't know what this is, but I don't think I want to go there yet. Is this going to be a loop back around to my save room? Because I think the other way is forward progress. Yes, okie doke. 12 kills. Nice. We should have enough to upgrade something more. Yeah. That's good. A little bit more power is 5,000. So we'll do that probably next time. We should be able to. Okay. Do one quick little save. Okay. Back down we go. Forward progress time. Yeah, I might want to look into like what the correct way to do that room is, because I have, you know, last night I did a little bit more research into like some of the stuff with like the stealth section with the little girls that I was getting frustrated with. Like I watched and it's like, oh yeah, there are some like weird solutions and like weird glitches and bugs to like how that functions.
Here at ARC, your movements will be constantly monitored. Do not leave the designated areas without authorization. The recording and transmitting of information is strictly prohibited.
Cool, weird sculpture. This is disabled. We need, I presume, some kind of insert for that door. I gotta say, though, you know, if you're like an evil villain... Oh, I should have paid to repair my armor. 1 second. We run back to repair the armor real quick. If you're like an evil villain, naming your facility Arc is really like not beating the allegations kind of hours, you know? Like, yeah, you gotta rethink. You really gotta rethink the naming scheme. If you wanna not be accused of being a villain, Yeah, naming your machine Pandora's box. Not so good. Though admittedly, like, part of the Pandora legend is also her releasing hope into the world, not just chaos. Though I guess I don't know to what degree if that's actually part of the original legend. Like, is that part of the original legend, or is that like a, like an after the fact adjustment? Also, Umbrella breaking out the good money. They got the Knoll uh, Ottomans. They got Corbusier. They got the white leather Corbusier couches and club chair. I mean, these are like $10,000 couches. If you're getting real Corbu, not just the repros. Like if you're getting real Corbu, yeah, these are like maybe $12,000 couches. I think. Even these Knoll Ottomans, these could be like $2,000 Ottomans if they're real Knoll, Knoll. Product catalog 2, CMT51 T501 Tyrant, 120 million. 2026 number. Okay, so these are $2026, not $98. $120 million for a Tyrant is kind of crazy. That makes a Tyrant about as expensive as like a good top of the line fighter jet. Though admittedly the Tyrant might actually have less maintenance costs than a fighter jet. Like fighter jets are like famously or infamously like extremely expensive to maintain. Product specifications: a humanoid bioweapon with exceptional combat capabilities. It can execute simple commands such as tracking and eliminating targets, and comes with a coat as standard for effective human disguise. That's generous. Then we've got CMNE. I forget what that Greek letter is. 1 second. Greek letters. What are they? That there is a... Is that epsilon? 1 second. I'm Googling Greek letters. I didn't go to a state school. I'm sorry. Nor did I go to Greece. I think it's could be a gamma. I think could be a lowercase gamma. I think that must be. So CMNE Gamma 001 Nemesis Gamma. Based on the Umbrella Corporation's parasitic Nemesis Alpha, this mass-produced model focuses on cost reduction and performance enhancement. Repeated improvements have resulted in a significant boost to physical ability and recovery, regardless of the host's durability. Okay. What do we got over here? What's this? 1 second. Let's scope standard. I want to read this. An incident occurred during the transport of the experimental plant 43, and has, I think that's supposed to be resulted in an infestation near the entrance of Ark. Always exercise extreme caution when transporting bioweapons. Code G002 Garmir. 30 million. Umbrella Corporation's Cerberus has been further enhanced and enlarged, resulting in increased combat capabilities. It can track and pursue targets at speeds exceeding 60 miles per hour. Garmir is one of the guards of Helheim in Norse mythology, I should add. Then we've got CMLB110 Liquor Beta 2. Price $14 million. Wow, liquors are only $14 million. That's kind of impressive. Originally an infection anomaly, rigorous experimentation revealed the key to activating the mutation, paving the way for commercialization. Product boasts enhanced climbing capabilities, possesses sharp claws, and a pointed tongue. That's a deal, I would say. $14 million 14 million for a liquor. That's like, you know, that's the real saver cost there. Like if you're like a third world dictator and your currency's not doing so hot right now, you know, I would say get like 8 or 9 liquors instead of one tyrant. You know, that's the budget buy. CXP-001 plant 100 million. A prototype bioweapon developed from a viral plant infection found in Arklay Mountains and Raccoon City. Note, okay. So the note was included. I didn't have to zoom in. I feel good about having done so. These crates are absurd. I don't know what they are based on, but I'm into them. I would love to buy one to hold my possessions. Raccoon City Bioweapon Research Report. As previously stated, ARC is focused on bioweapon research and development, utilizing the unique environment of Raccoon City. In particular, experiments performed by infecting nearby zombies with the mutated T-virus strain have yielded a great deal of empirical data. This has also proven effective against the BSAA's attempts to eradicate ARC. The development of new bioweapon based on this hard data is in the final stages. If said bioweapon is released, we can expect further profit growth in the next fiscal year. ARC has now become a key bioweapon production hub for North America. It will continue to bring great benefits to both us and the United States. Interesting. So I wonder if the implication here... There's 2 directions this could go. Can I not sit in the Corbu? I've sat... The couches I'm not crazy about. These club chairs are great. They're very, very comfy. Having, like, the big padded arms on both sides, very, very comfy to sit in. I don't own one. I'm not wealthy, but I worked at a place that had, I think, technically knockoff Corbu, but nevertheless, loved it. You feel really, like, hugged by that chair. But okay, so the 2 thoughts that I have about this are wondering, is this actually a conspiracy sort of within the U.S. government? Like, has Umbrella's stuff been co-opted by some kind of internal functional body within the U.S. government? That's I guess that's I don't know. That's I guess the main direction I'm inclined to go. Do not enter, authorized personnel only. I have a bad feeling about lasers. Coming my way soon. Oh, you're not a laser.
Not necessary. I'll neutralize the target myself.
Punk? You're not punk. Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Leon Kennedy. We finally meet.
I didn't realize I had such a big fan. How about an autograph?
I heard you were smart. Not bad for someone at death's door.
Don't worry about it. How sweet.
Ow. I don't know if there's any strategy to this whatsoever. I think it could be Hunk. The get behind you and break your neck thing is what he does in RE4 Mercenaries. Ow. Rude. I want to do this entirely melee. I don't want to use guns on him, I don't think.
Nothing will stand in my way. I'll complete this mission.
Like the Krauser fight. Where is he? There he is. Will I run out of health items first is the problem. Evidently not. Mortal Edge. Formidable instrument of death, it has taken countless lives and is steeped in a long, bloody history. It has exceptional parrying capabilities, an unassuming design, but when in the hands of a skilled user, it becomes a deadly weapon. Yeah, I mean, it's basically, it looks like it is just one continuous slab of metal with like a little extra width attached to it for grip purposes, which would make it very durable.
Trouble. This guy was one.
Mortal Edge. Equip.
Tough bastard.
Coming from you, that's quite the compliment.
Is he... I doubt that's meant to be Hunk. Like, I can't imagine... I can't imagine Capcom wanting to kill Hunk. Especially without, like... I don't know. Like, there's no reason to believe Hunk is a good guy. Like, for all intents and purposes, he is a villain. But, like, he's such a beloved character in the franchise. Like, I can't imagine them killing him in what is a relatively... kind of I don't want to say nondescript, but like, you know, like a relatively anticlimactic way. I mean, it's a cool fight. And I'm glad I did it entirely melee, but yeah, I can't imagine that they would kill Hunk. Though I do think my friend and I were joking, like just a few weeks ago, we were talking about how like
Chris should be nearby.
Hunk
Finally get some answers.
Hunk was probably just supposed to be called Hank in the original Japanese version, and it got like transliterated to Hunk, and they've like there's now this like backronym to it that people applied that it's supposed to stand for human unit never killed. Which is first a very funny name because all active units have never been killed, right? So like everybody, like Leon is also Hunk in a sense, like he's also human and he's also never been killed. B, the other funny thing, my friend and I were joking, is that if you kill Hunk, he can still be called Hunk because it now stands for human unit now killed.
Gray should be just up ahead.
Silly and kind of stupid joke, but nevertheless, I think it's funny. Okay. Here we go.
Grace, this is where we are. The world is under threat. The technology to control another's will already exists, but it's not efficient at infecting others. I believe Spencer solved that with Elpis. The connection sealed Raccoon City to save it for themselves, and it's been waiting here ever since. This is as far as we could get. If the wrong password is entered, the Ark will be destroyed and Elpis will be lost forever. So tell me, Grace, what's the password?
I don't know.
Of course you do. You're the...
Leon!
Don't embarrass yourself, Mr. Kennedy. You can't beat me.
Aren't we fancy?
Don't move! Oh, wait! You still need me, right?
Come on! Grab time! I got you.
Are you okay?
Me? I feel like $1,000,000.
Where does this take us?
Your guess is as good as mine. Time to get off. Come on.
What now? Leon. Leon!
We're about to get another Grace section.
Leon, are you okay?
How long was that?
I don't know. A while. Those marks.
It's T-virus. Stage 3 infection.
If you're so sick, why would you come here?
This place. Raccoon City was where it all began for me. When it all happened, I couldn't make a difference. So I am here now.
We can't stop Zeno.
He said something about you having a password. What was he talking about?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Here.
I'm going back. I'm gonna destroy Elvis.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
If anything happens to me, you promise you'll end this.
I promise.
Come on.
right. We do get a gray section. So I before we move forward, I did Google it. Apparently, Elpis is in fact is hope as it exists in inside Pandora's box. So this is a nod to the original legend, and yeah. So the idea that hope existed inside the box is true to Hesiod's works and days. And okay, so that's basically the reference is that like whatever it is they're attempting to accomplish with Elpis, whatever it is that Elpis does, the fact that it's contained within a location called Pandora is thematically consistent, at least. And it seems like what we've now been revealed is Grace is perhaps one of many attempted clones of Spencer, like a female clone of Spencer who's supposed to have blood memory of him. Maybe? Does that, I think that's the implication. Okay, so we just have our pistol. Okay, we proceed. Though this theming of Leon needing to kind of confront his own trauma or like his guilt is also interesting thematically, insofar as that like Grace returning to the hotel, like this whole journey for Grace starts with her confronting this like site of her personal trauma, like a site where she also wasn't able to make a difference because she like wasn't able to do anything for her mom. The fact that Leon is also kind of like still dealing with this, and it's not that he's necessarily like uniquely traumatized by Raccoon City because of the violence that he experienced per se. It's the fact that he was unable to make a difference in what happened there. And I think that's interesting and quite good character writing, insofar as that like one might be inclined to ask why does he have PTSD over Raccoon City and not over the events of over the events of Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 6. And I think it's like Resident Evil 4, he does make a difference. He does, like, he couldn't stop the people from being infected, but he did like bring them like a swift end, in a sense. Like, he contains a problem before it got worse, and like he did effectively save Ashley, and I'm sure, you know, he might have some lingering sadness about not being able to save Luis, but like something similar with RE6, where it's like he couldn't fix everything, but he could also make a difference. Like, maybe not with the college town, like maybe he also has like PTSD over the college town, but it's like the events of RE2, the fact that he couldn't help the normal people, I could imagine, yeah, that like weighs on him quite significantly. Though I do think, I'm curious if they end up retconning RE6 to some degree or another, like whenever they get around to remaking RE6, if they ever do. I kind of think that they have to retcon it for a bunch of reasons. This also reminds me of the question of so he just said that the Zeno, I mean, made a reference to Connections, and as memory serves, Connections is the name of the criminal enterprise that I believe hired Ada Wong in RE4, or that's who she has worked for a time.
Look, there's a door over there.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
Crane's blocking it, though.
I mean, I don't know about you, Leon. I'm like a functioning adult. I feel like I could probably climb the goop to get up there in a real world scenario. Okay, can he boost me up? Can you boost me up like Ashley?
can check it out for us. You think you can give me a boost?
Guess we're about to find out. Come on. Watch out for yourself up there, yeah?
I will.
Okay, so we're back into a gray section. Will it let me fall? No, okay, I try. It is an invisible wall. Like, I'm holding W right now. It won't let me fuck with Leon by falling back down there. Okay. Full-on grace section. I guess the question is going to be, how much combat are we going to do? Like, are we going to get... some kind of vindication of grace? I am a little...
There's no getting back up.
I'm a little surprised Leon didn't give us the Requiem, because that feels like that could almost be like a recurrent narrative device to be like, okay, whoever's the focal point of this section has access to the Requiem. So who knows, maybe we're about to get, maybe we won't be with Grace that long. Maybe we'll just have you know, 5 minutes with her, or like this could be like a 10-minute sequence like some of the early Leon sequences in the game. Zombie? Maybe? Or are we gonna have to deal with lickers, I wonder? I mean, we haven't seen the dogs since the highway. Okay, we need a key.
System locked. Override key required for reactivation.
Locked. Can I not break it with my gun? Probably not. How nice that would be. Okay, so we have to unlock a thing to get a key to move the crane so that Leon can get out. But yeah, I'm surprised that what it is that they're immediately leaning on the genetic memory thing, and that they expect her to know this stuff that way. What I thought we were going to get was... Do we have any... I don't have any... Oh, I guess she never had any other weapons. She just had the pistol and... She just had the pistol and the Requiem. Is there anything else I want? I don't know if I want the bottles, but it doesn't hurt. I don't have a knife right now, so I might store that. I have 5 open slots, so I think I'll keep this charm also. We do a quick save. Restricted area, archives, central refining, Pandora. Okay, so we have a picture of... Oh, that doesn't count as a map?
Just beyond here.
I assumed that this was going to be our map release. Also, pretty clean, crispy computer graphics for a TV that appears to have a VHS slot. That screen should be like 480p at most, maybe 480i. Okay, so we need a key card. I bet it's going to be go through there, get a key card, open this, get something to open that, maybe. And that lets us move the crane to get Leon.
Warning. Threat level orange. Confirmed in storage sector. Critical error. Containment lockdown failure.
Well, I don't like that. I don't know what that means, but it's probably bad. Whatever it is, I hope it's not. So what? We got teased on... Oh, did my game just crash? I'm hearing audio.